Let's solve another linear inequality. Negative 2x minus 4 is greater than x plus 5. Again, our strategy is we want to get x by itself and just kind of see how things play out. And as you can tell, there looks like there might be a couple different ways that we can do this. So the way I may start the problem may be just a little different than the way you start the problem, but as long as you obey all the math rules, all the math laws, all the suggestions that we've ever given you in the past as far as math world is concerned, you'll do just fine. What I'm going to do just for this problem, because it's going to introduce another component, is I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So therefore I'm going to kind of relocate all the x's over on the left side of the equation. Minus 2x minus 4 minus x is greater than x plus 5 minus x. So you can see I added a negative x to both sides. I'm going to group my terms, so I have a negative 3x minus 4 is greater than 5. Now I'm going to add 4 to both sides of the linear inequality. And group like terms just to kind of clean it up a little bit. So I have a negative 3x is greater than 9. What I have here, or what we're starting to sense, is that to move on from here, to get x by itself, I'm going to now have to multiply or divide by a negative number. And anytime you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip around the greater than sign. So I'm going to divide both sides by a negative 3. Negative 3 over negative 3, another clever version of 1, x. On the other side is a 9 divided by a negative 3, which is a negative 3. And then I must flip around the sign. So now x is less than a negative 3. And that's the one small difference, that when we're solving a linear inequality from a linear equation, is that when we multiply or divide by a negative number, we just flip around the sign. So my solution is x is less than negative 3. And we can write that in 3 different forms: interval notation, set builder, and also graphical. So just set builder, what I want to do is figure out what is its lowest possible value. Well, all x is less than negative 3. I kind of get the impression negative 3 is the highest value that it can become. So in interval notation, I'm going to put a negative infinity as my lowest value, and negative 3 is my highest value. So all solutions to this linear inequality then are in the interval between negative infinity and negative 3. And notice that both of these have an open bracket, which means that negative infinity is not an answer, but it approaches negative infinity, and negative 3 is not a solution or answer to this equation. But it's the number right before it approaches negative 3. In set builder, I'm going to write all x such that x is less than negative 3. Then I'm going to put those little squigglies around it. So there's the answer in set builder notation. Then graphically, I'm just going to put down negative 3 wherever it's at, and it's telling me all solutions that are less than negative 3. So an open bracket, and then I have an arrow going out that direction. And so there's a solution on a graphical form.